Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just got a ton of new information. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch my reaction to the Pokemon Presents that just happened. A lot of stuff to talk about. I'm not going to go through everything that's on this website. If you want to read every little bit, that's up to you. But I do want to kind of now that I've kind of let things settle on, I'm kind of I was kind of all over the place earlier, so I didn't really want to try to record this right then and there, but I want to talk about some of this stuff because there's some cool stuff going on in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I think it's worth discussing. I'm going to start with the Pokemon because that's the easiest to talk about. So first and foremost, I haven't looked at this. They really don't have anything on their page for this. Okay, so the legendaries, we'll get to it a little bit more in detail, but you can ride them, obviously, and they have their different forms, I'm sure that we'll see. But let's talk about the Pokemon that we just got. Who do I want to start with? Let's start with Satitan. Satitan, the Terra Whale Pokemon. I love Satitan's design. I think it looks super duper cool. It's a little sad that it doesn't have it has it's just a pure ice type. And I think it's supposed to be like a bulky ice type, but ice types are not super duper defensively good. Usually it's you have to pair them up with they're a water type, or they have some other typing that kind of gives them an immunity or something to help them be more bulky or faster or something like that, right? Satitan, I don't know how I feel about its typing just being pure ice. It's got Slush Rush, so I guess it could go. I think that makes it a little bit faster in Hail. But unless you were setting that up, it's not really going to be useful. Thick Fat's good against fire types, but against literally any other ice type weakness, rock or fighting or steel, right? It's gonna probably be taken out pretty easily. I do love its design. I like it a lot. I think it's very, very cool. So I like that. Maybe we'll give it a shot. I don't know. Oh God, who do I choose between these two? Let's go to Paldean Wooper. Poison ground type. So I was watching Roger's base earlier, and he made some pretty good points about that is excellent typing. Not only that though, it also has poison point and water absorb. So it is immune to electric attacks. It is immune to water attacks if you have water absorb on it. It's resistant to fairy and I think grass maybe. It's got some really good stuff going for it. And apparently it's slow, so it'll probably be a slow, bulky Pokemon. I don't know if it'll evolve into Quagsire or if it's going to be a new evolution. I think we've heard rumors about a new evolution for it. I will say, though, along with its poison typing, I like that it's antenna, or I guess their gills or whatever, are now it's a crossbone. It's a bad to the bone. It's bad to the bone. Wooper. It still looks like a Wooper. I love Wooper. So I'm thinking about using it. Moving on to probably the cutest Pokemon that we've ever had, is Fido. They keep making these Pokemon based on food. It's they said, hey, listen, mofos. People eat Pokemon. We're just trying to make it more palatable to you so that you're not thinking about I don't even know, a spoink being eaten as bacon or something like that. So instead you have a Fido, you have a dog that you can eat. It's made out of bread. I don't like that they call it moist skin, or they say it has moist skin. That's no bueno. I do like that it's another fairy type. All these food Pokemon becoming. And then we had Alchemy in the last generation. I think it's super duper cute. If it evolves, we'll see where that goes. Maybe I'll use it. But I don't know. I think it's really cool. It's clearly the I guess the alchemy of this gen, or like the Yamper kind of like, oh, here's just kind of like a cute little baby for everybody to fawn over. So those are all like the brand new Pokemon. Again, if you want to read their descriptions, Wooper talks about how it coats itself in a poisonous film, and I don't know, something about Titan being super heavy, and then obviously Fido is made of bread. But I'll let you people you people can read that. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Characters, I haven't looked at this actually, so there's a lot to go through. So I haven't read any of this. Let's start with Arvin. Arvin is an upperclassman at the academy. He's good at cooking and is researching healthy recipes that can help Pokemon feel better. He will be asking you to help him out since he isn't good at Pokemon battles. Oh, cool. So that's kind of like the reverse of like Nimona. Nimona is not very good at throwing a Pokeball, but she does like battling. So I wouldn't be surprised. We've heard some rumors about like the new Pokemon camp kind of thing, or me. And it sounds like it's based on picnicking. So I bet he's the one who introduces that to you. So that's cool. I like that they're doing upperclassmen, and like I don't know if you'd have lowerclassmen. You're probably the low person on the totem pole here, but like I like that they have upperclassmen where it's like, oh, clearly there's people of all different ages kind of taking part in your journey. Here's like the principal, Clavel. He acts as the director of the academy, and since you're a new student, he will teach you many things about your school. He can be strict, but he can also be kind. He seems to be a friend of Professor Sada and Turo. So I don't know what, we have no bad guy yet. I mean, we have some inklings of who the evil team will be, but they've been doing a lot of things where it's like, oh, here's a character that you're supposed to be friends with, and then suddenly, blah, they're a bad guy. So it could either be this guy, or I've thought about making a video about the professors and maybe having them be bad. We'll see. That'll come at some point. I wanted to wait until we got this update to make that video because I wasn't sure. Then we got Grusha. Grusha used to be a professional snowboarder, but he is now a Pokemon, or he is now a gym leader of the Glacido gym. I think it's Glacido. Full time. He is an ice type specialist who has Titan as his partner. He is usually cool-headed, but when in battles, but when battles get heated, he starts showing the emotions he usually keeps pushed down. He's a pretty boy. A lot of people thought that he was a girl because he's got like eyelashes and like he's kind of a pretty boy. I like his design. I think he's cool looking. I don't know, not much to talk about here. We'll get to the gym stuff in a minute. But we have two more characters that I just want to look at. Jacques, Mr. Jacques is your homeroom teacher, and he teaches biology. He is very knowledgeable about Pokemon biology and is the developer of the Pokédex app for the Rotom phone. Of all Rotom phones, or just like the one in Paldea? Interesting, because did we ever get an explanation of like the Pokédex app in Galar? Like, was that ever explained? Was that like I don't think it was. Interesting. So this is kind of like he's the one who made it. He has a slightly airheaded side to him. And sometimes loses himself in his research, of course, because that's like all the like okay, so part of the reason why I think that maybe Turo and Sada are evil is because this guy gives off more of a traditional professor vibe. He's the one who presumably gives you your Rotom decks. He is a mentor of some sort, and they haven't really talked about like Turo and Sada. I think they might end up being evil. Maybe Clavel will be evil too. But the two of them have this like super villain vibe going on, and I don't trust them. All right, so let's finish off with Penny. Penny is the same grade as you. She has a bit of a side personality. For some reason, she doesn't seem to come to the academy very often. She is especially fond of her fluffy Eevee bag and always has it on her back. Why does she get to dress differently? Because according to some stuff that I saw, there's not much character customization, which I'm personally fine with. It's fine. I would prefer to have more, but I'm not going to like put up. There's context around why you have to wear a uniform in this, so I'm perfectly fine with that. But she's not wearing a uniform. What gives? So one thing I'm a little confused about, why didn't they update? They might have updated a couple of things, but like it seems like they didn't really do much to this gameplay page. But then they have other pages in the news. So first of all, this is the map. So that's kind of cool. I like that. That's sick looking. That's big. It's gonna be a big region. It's open world. We can do any of the gyms in any order. Here's the new Rotom phone. Kind of wish they redesigned it in some capacity. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Let's look at this. This is in-game map. Cool. That's cool. I really hope that they have a mini map. I really do. I'm gonna be really disappointed if there isn't. Because that's like one of the things about Legends Arceus, where it's just like I have to open the map every time I need to figure out where I am, and I don't like that. So you know what? Hold on. So I'm gonna jump straight to Koraidon and Miraidon. Because this is probably one of the biggest and weirdest things. So you can ride them. During your adventure, you will meet legendary Pokemon, either Koraidon or Miraidon, and it will join you on your journey. So you can ride them, and they're basically the new ride Pokemon to get you around. Sprinting mode and drive mode. It's really, really weird. Why does Koraidon need like motorcycle elements to him, like a wheel on its chest if it's just gonna run? That's so weird. Honestly, I had thought about it being weird, and it's like, well, it makes sense for Miraidon because it's like, oh, it's kind of more of a futuristic electric thingamajiggums going on. But with Koraidon, I never thought that like the wheel on its chest would spin. So I don't know. It was weird. But I like that you can ride them. They're very cool. You got sprinting build or drive mode. You got swimming build or aquatic mode. And then glide and okay, this is just the gliding mode. I think this is going to be really cool. I wonder if they'll add any more to this page as far as like it being able to do stuff. I think it's really cool. I think it's really, really cool, and I'm excited. I'm going to kind of blast through some of this stuff. So there's a lot. It seems like there's going to be a lot of like you being able to run around with your friends, which I think is something that Sword and Shield kind of wanted to do, but that didn't really, because it's like everything's in menus at that point. You can't directly interact with the people that show up in the wild area. You can't. You can do raids with your friends, which there are raids in this, and we'll get to that. But like it's not like you could do this. Like look at this. These people are posing for a selfie. You can go on an adventure with your friends, and I think that's super cool. It does look like you can change your eye shape. Oh, weird. You've never been able to do that before. Eye shape, mouth shape. Oh, no, wait, this might just be for the picture. No. You can change the way your face looks to some degree. You can, of course, change your hairstyle. Hairstyle? Okay, yeah. So basically you can change everything except for the outfit. Well, the outfit. You can have long pants, short pants, long sleeves, short sleeves, maybe a jacket, something schooly, right? Yeah, I think this will be perfectly fine. I don't know. People are going to be mad that there's no customization to a significant thing, but I think it's fine. We do get looks like there's 3 different things. There's the gym challenge. I'm going to finish out this video by talking about the new gimmick, which is basically it's like a hidden power kind of thing, honestly. It's like, what if hidden powers abilities could work on any move that you do and it had a big flourish to it? So basically the gimmick is, if I'm understanding correctly, is each Pokemon has Each individual Pokemon, you catch a Pikachu and it's that Pikachu, right? Each Pokemon has a specific type that has an affinity for. It might be specifically for like electric for Pikachu, but then the Pikachu might also have an affinity for flying type, is what their example is. Or it might have a grass type affinity, right? And so what the new Gimmick does is take that into effect, similar to Hidden Power. Only it works with any move. So if you're well, look at this. So Eevee can either be normal, I think this is normal, right? Or it can have a water type affinity. So basically, oh god, I'm not even terrestrializing. I don't want to say it anymore. I'm gonna say it a million times just to try to fix how it says. But so either your Pokemon can have its own typing as a thing, and the new ability will power those kinds of moves up, or it has a different hidden affinity, like this Eevee has a water affinity, and so you give this Eevee a water type move, and then the new crystallizing power will power up its water type moves as if it was water type itself. And then on top of that, there's ways to get these. I'm hoping that the way you get the Pokemon with like an Eevee with water type affinity, I hope that the way that you can get them is both in the raids and outside the raids. Because if I have to do if let's say I want to use, I don't even know, if I want to use a Donphan with a grass type affinity, or with a water type affinity or whatever, I want to be able to also try and catch that Pokemon in the wild rather than having to wait for a raid to pop up. That's one of those things. That's one of the things that really kind of bummed me out about the Gigantamax raids, is that you had to do the Gigantamax raids in order to get any of the Gigantamax Pokemon prior to Isle of Armor coming out. So I would like to be able to just like say, hey, I caught a new friend. This is gonna be how it is. This is whatever. Instead of it being like, oh well, I have to hunt down whatever. Maybe they're more common in the raids, and they're more specific. So you could be like, oh, this is a grass type raid with a Marill. But otherwise, I want to be able to just catch whatever Pokemon I want, and hopefully one of them will have the affinity that I want. I also really like, it seems, we have not seen anything specific, but they did mention in the trailer, and I think they say here, right, is basically in the raids at the very least, you can attack and do whatever you want independently of your friends. So in Sword and Shield's raids, you had to wait your turn, you made the choice, and then you wait for everybody to make their thing. In this, it's basically just a free-for-all. You just go, go, go. If you need to heal, heal. If whatever, it's timed. And I think that's the trade-off, right? As opposed to, I think in Sword and Shield raids, it was like, if you got to a certain amount of turns, it would bump out. But in this, it seems like it's more of a timed thing. And I think that's a more interesting way of doing it and letting you kind of do whatever. I am also hoping that you'll be able to move around the battlefield a little bit. I think the stuff from Legends Arceus is so good that I really, really want to see. I want to see all of it kind of implemented and upgraded in a new way for the new games. So that's kind of the broad strokes. I kind of read through some of the stuff, but I don't want to go through everything. It's a lot. And I don't know. I'm just super excited. I feel like a lot of people are bummed out about the news cycle, but like, there's gonna be more information. We'll probably get something at Worlds, and I'll cover that for sure if we get news at Worlds. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm excited. I think there's a lot of promise in these games. The one thing that I'm a little worried about is the gyms and being able to like go to a gym that's way stronger than you are. They do kind of mention that. I think there's going to be some hitches where it's like, oh yeah, the gym battles themselves are fixed levels, but maybe there's something to like entice you to go to a stronger gym if not, right? So it's like if you're 3 gyms in and you want to go to the 8th gym equivalent, maybe there's incentive to do that versus just waiting and doing it in their normal order. I don't know. We'll find out. Let me know what you guys think about all of the information that we got though today. I think it's all really, really cool. I might pour a little bit more over it on my own time. But I'm excited. Who's your favorite new Pokemon? Honestly, even though I'm a little wary about Cetitan's type and what they're kind of saying it's going to be, I do think it's cool. I do think it's a cool design. So that's probably my favorite outside of maybe Fido. So let me know what you guys think about that. And if you liked anything I had to say, make sure to leave a like. I would greatly appreciate it, and lets me know that you guys want to see more videos like this in general, hopefully more organized in the future. And if you do want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell, and then you'll get notifications when I upload. Okay, I will see you guys hopefully very, very soon. So long.